Excuse me. Hey everybody. Live here up on top of Beacon Rock State Park. Hey Night Shame, how you doing? Wind is howling. Absolutely howling. Probably 35, 40 mile an hour up on top here. It's cold. Above the Columbia River Gorge. Let's see, if you guys see a little bit more. They're probably down here. Oh, sushi, that sounds great. Been hiking all day, been up to Panther Falls here in the gorge and enduring this crazy wind here. Thought I'd come live, let you guys see how bad it's blowing up there. It's cold. So I'll switch you around. Hey bud man, how you doing? Switch you around so you can see. There you go. So we're just below Bonneville Dam on the Columbia, on the Washington side. And there's a series of dams here on the Columbia River just up from Portland that feeds the majority of the power into the Pacific Northwest. So we're up here, probably 1,500 feet above the river itself, kind of in the trees here. But yeah, I'm gonna go where it's a little bit calmer. How's everybody doing today? Oh, it's nice. Ohio. Hello to Ohio. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice here on this side of that wind. Man, it is howling. This big old tree fell across. You guys can see that. So they're facing to the west. Portland's about 30 miles. Yeah, it's gosh, it's about 2 o'clock here Pacific time. And I'll be camping tonight over by Mount St. Helens. So I'll bring you down here where you can see a little bit more of the Columbia. Switch you around. There we go. Yeah, doing some videoing. Hiked into Panther Creek Falls. Beautiful spot. Oh, not a problem, bud man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's a crazy place to hike. Switch back and forth, back and forth. There you go. Here's a good shot of the Columbia. I'm sure that wind is horrible on the mic. So, looking across the river there, we had the huge Eagle Creek fire last year that closed the majority of the hiking trails in the Columbia River Gorge. And it burnt from, you see Bonneville up the river there. Just past that's where Eagle Creek comes in. There's a lot of waterfalls in that canyon. It burnt from there about 30 miles west towards Troutdale, the outskirts of Portland. And trails are still closed. That's where Multnomah Falls is. It was closed for a long time. There we go. So, yeah, we were actually hiking that day in the Oneida Gorge when that fire broke out. Oh, not a problem, Frank. Thanks for stopping by. Figured I'd share here live for a little bit anyways. I'm gonna go find a spot where it's a little bit quieter. A little warmer on the other side of this rock. Take you guys along if you don't mind. You can be able to see some of the switchbacks here of this trail. Just back and forth. Yeah. What's everybody up to today? I don't think I might have done a live show on a hike a while back. There you go. We'll switch back around onto the side of this big, huge basalt rock. Woo, that wind is cold. Oh, there we go. It's quiet here. You guys see a little. I get on the other side, but the sun's shining in from that side, and you won't be able to see much. But yeah. Good. How are you?
I'm not bad. So we're on the way up now.
It is, and it's cold. Oh yeah, that guy just went by with a 3D camera on a pole, heading up to the top, doing the same thing I'm doing, I guess. So, yeah, I got a free weekend. My kids weren't coming over, and I decided I was gonna go hike some trails I'd been wanting to do for quite a while. I don't get to Portland a whole lot. I'm usually in Central Oregon on the weekends or back in Hermiston, south of Tri-Cities. So I'll get maybe 2 or 3 weekends a year to actually go out and hit these trails that they're kind of out of the way. It's not that far. It's only 120 miles down here, but it's just not on the way to anything I go to. So how's it going?
Hi.
So like I said, unfortunately, most of the trails on the Oregon side in the Columbia River Gorge are closed from the fire still. A lot of unstable rock and trees, and they're working hard trying to get them opened up, but hi, serving from my home. How are you doing today? I'm up here at Beacon Rock State Park in the Columbia River Gorge on the Washington side. Just keep turned around so you can see the trail a little bit. Yeah, that's what they were saying earlier. It was dark over there. Amazing what time zones can do for you, right? Boy, the wind is howling over on this east side of this mountain. Oh, here we go. You can see through the trees there how the sun's setting there. So you are, Outdoor Nomad must be in, let's see, 2 hours. Ohio, Missouri, somewhere in there, huh? Oklahoma. That's beautiful country. North Texas, yeah. Well, I got the right time zone anyways. Okay. It's starting to open up here, coming down the west side. We'll get out of the wind and you'll be able to see. Might be a barge rolling down the river. There was one earlier. Oh, that sun's bright. Okay. There we go. Sorry about the brightness. A lot of hikers out here. This is what we've been hiking up. How's that look? It's just switchback after switchback. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they know they're running live, or most people out here have been friendly. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's always windy here. Wind just howls through here. The winter we get ice storms. I drive doubles and triples, so that's no fun in the winter. I'll be camping up towards Mount Rainier National Park and Mount St. Helens, kind of in between them tonight. And I've got a hike going on up there at Packwood, Washington. 10 miles around Packwood Lake, and get views of Rainier and the glaciers and stuff. So, and some waterfalls up there as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. I got a new camera playing with. It's a, let's see here. It's a Fuji. It's an action camera. Fuji 130. Playing with it a little bit today up at Panther Falls, getting some underwater shots. Man, that water was cold. I need a selfie stick for that thing. Yeah. Hi, Brittany Garcia. How are you today? I was just telling everybody I'm up here in the Columbia River Gorge. I'll turn it around so you can, everybody can see it. It is cold. I'm sheltered here on the west side of the rock here, out of the wind, but you can see those trees are moving. There's probably gusts of 40 up on top there on the east side of it. It's a beautiful day. It's about 45, 50, depending on where you're at. Sun's out. So yeah, I was telling everybody earlier, last year, I was hiking across the river there. It's where the Eagle Creek fire, the huge fire that burnt through the Columbia River Gorge, happened last year. We were over at Oneida Gorge, hiking into that slot canyon up to the waterfall. And that fire started, about 2 canyons that way at Eagle Creek. There's a bunch of waterfalls up there, and it burnt a good 30 to 40 miles quick to the west, up and over all these ridges and mountains, all the way to almost Troutdale. And some hikers that got stuck up there. What happened was there were some kids up there playing with fireworks and threw some fireworks into an old punky log, and it took off. It stranded probably 40 or 50 hikers, and they had to hike up and over Eagle Creek, up over Larch Mountain, and they had to come in from the backside. Search and rescue came in and hiked in and got them out of there. But yeah, they were trapped up there. The only way they could get out was to go up and over. We were planning on going up Eagle Creek that day, but decided against it and went up Oneida. I'm glad we did Oneida. I wouldn't have bothered me much, but I had my kids with me. I didn't want to be dealing with that. So yeah, that kid, he got it was a bunch of community service and what have you. They said that they saw him laughing after he did it. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a good thing. Some dogs on the trail. It wasn't a good thing at all. And most of those hikers up there didn't have much but shorts and tennis shoes on, you know. Some of them, I see guys up hiking with flip-flops on. Just blows my mind. They certainly weren't prepared for an overnight stay up in the wilderness. So yeah, it was a bad deal. But at the same time, I mean, if it wasn't, it was bound to happen. That yeah, flip-flops. That area over there, a lot of this area has never been, you know, cleaned up or anything, so it had feet and feet of needles and duff in the ground, just burnt. Lightning was gonna eventually do it. So yeah, it's a beautiful area. Yeah, you've hiked up Eagle Creek to Tunnel Falls before? Yeah, it's beautiful. Punch bowls up there, yeah. Pretty country. It was. I've seen pictures of the trail teams going in there this year, and
oh no, I've gotten up. Wait.
It's all growing back. It's starting to grow back, but hey, RG Homestead. It'll take a generations to get it back to where it was, with all the moss hanging off of everything, but it's coming back. The trees will take a long time. But the pictures I've seen up in there is, you know, the ferns are coming back, so yeah, it'll be green before we know it. Back. So Multnomah Falls is, the sun's there. It's that way. It's not too far over there, maybe 10 miles. So I'm gonna start heading down, bring you guys along. You can see this craziness of, there we go, all that. Yeah, it will. It'll take several years. It's some of those trails probably won't be open up for 4 or 5 years, just because, and it's a lot of the hiking trails here in the Columbia River Gorge are like this. It's catwalks. Whoops. As you can see. And it's just, it's cliffs straight up and down. That's what you're walking on. So all the hillsides are very unstable. Every time it rains, which it rains a lot up here, you get mudslides, and so Oneida's a really neat hike. It's a slot canyon, very narrow canyon, and there's a beautiful waterfall at the end of it. That's as far as you can go because the waterfall's coming down probably 90 feet into the slot canyon. But at the time, you had to climb over this huge log jam. It was insane. But that's how you got in there. All the time I was in that thing, I'm thinking, man, if I'd hate to be in here if it started to rain and got a flash flood, everybody'd be dead. You know, jam. It took about 20 minutes to climb over the darn thing. So that's funny. And you see this stuff, you know, growing wherever it can. It just kind of clings on and starts its deal, and we're way up here. As you can see, I'll switch it around. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm hoping. My hope is that log jam burned up and is gone. I saw guys falling off of it and hitting their heads. And the chance to come up in the Pacific Northwest, make sure you go into the Columbia River Gorge, at least see Multnomah Falls. Let's go by. So yeah. Yeah, probably stay on another 3 minutes and cut out. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Yeah, it got me outside. So I was up at Mount Rainier where I'm going, so yeah, the views are pretty good. That sun's, I got another hour or so before it goes behind the mountain there. Well, the wind's blowing from the east, so it's still blowing when it's over here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'd have service up here on this thing. Another view there. We'll come over here to the turn around the ledge. Hey, Road, doing? There we go. Oh, there's a view for you. Doesn't get much better than that. That wind's a blowing though. Hey, get a look at down there. We're up here ways. Okay. Hey, Cerebral Killer, how you doing? You're getting some hikers coming up. All right. Well, I thank you everybody for doing this for. See if I'd even get it to work live up here. Gonna go ahead and yeah, it's a great view up here, Road. Yeah, it's beautiful, Killer. Yeah, thank you everybody for dropping in. It's been 30 minutes. Heading back down, and we'll catch y'all later. Thanks for the thumbs up and the chat. Take her easy. Oh, Six Hand Spice is just about to log off. How you doing? Oh, not a problem outside. Yeah. Yeah, check everybody's channels out. They're a good community. Okay. Gonna sign off. Take it easy.